Good morning. These are your BYU-Idaho radio morning headlines for Tuesday, November 18th, 2025. Thanks for listening. I'm Jack Esplin. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has donated supplies to more than 50,000 people in the Philippines after twin typhoons ran through the country early in November. As reported by a church news release, the church has given clean water, shelter, and food, along with other necessary items to those affected, thanks to help as well from government agencies and other humanitarian groups. Over 240 chapels from the church have been used as shelter areas for people affected by the typhoons as well. Community members gathered Friday to help cut the ribbon on the new Reed's Dairy facility nearly 2 years after a devastating fire destroyed the original production building. In its place now stands a brand new 25,000 square foot warehouse, office space, and dairy production plant. Well, almost brand new. All the equipment inside is second-hand, the result of a fortunate series of events following the fire. A group of dairymen who had attempted to start a dairy business in Hawaii were left with nearly unused, fully assembled equipment after their venture didn't work out. After the fire, Alan Reed, owner of Reed's Dairy, reached out to the owners of the Hawaii Dairy and made a deal, helping Reed's buy the equipment at a big discount. And purchasing new equipment after the fire simply wasn't an option.
Sometimes when you have problems in your life, God kind of puts things together ahead of time, and all that equipment was just sitting there waiting for us.
Following the fire, production was outsourced and sales were expected to drop, but instead the opposite happened. Sales actually recredited the community for sustaining the business through its most challenging period.
The community, the whole valley has been unbelievable to us.
The new facility now has the capacity to double what the previous facility could, and with increased production, Reed's Dairy is also reviving its tradition of bottling milk in glass, which began again last Wednesday in the plant. Idaho Falls City Council member Lisa Burtonshaw also spoke at the ribbon cutting, saying, quote, "Reed's Dairy is a gathering place." The new plant began full production on Monday and has the ability to produce 1,800 gallons of milk, cheese, and ice cream per hour. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints celebrated 100 years of preaching the gospel in South America this past weekend. According to a news release from the church, Elder Dale G. Renlund of the Quorum of the 12 Apostles was in Buenos Aires, Argentina this past Sunday to mark 100 years since South America was dedicated for the preaching of the gospel. Elder Renlund spoke to those who gathered for the celebration in Spanish, and he spoke on his gratitude for the work of the American saints and the religious freedom that allows the gospel to be shared. Today, there are more than 1.3 million members of the church in Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, and Chile. These have been your BYU-Idaho radio morning headlines for November 18th, 2025. Thanks for tuning in. More news, interviews, and great content are available on our podcast feed. Just search for BYU-Idaho radio on your favorite podcast apps. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and more. You can also ask your smart speakers to play KBYI 94.3 FM. This is BYU-Idaho Radio, and I'm Jack Esplin.